Can e-bikes go the distance? Well, today I want to find out. I'm coming from Sandyford in South Dublin and I'm heading up to Drogheda, a journey I do a lot in a car. And I'm wondering, can I swap out my car for this e-bike? This is the Moustache J On. I've got a 625 watt hour battery in there and I've got 250 watts of continuous power in that motor, 75 Newton meters. But this is a 60 kilometer journey and I'm into a 20 kilometer an hour wind the whole way. Fingers crossed. I reckon I've got a pretty good bike to do it. This is the Moustache J On. So we've got the belt drive here, the Enviolo gearless hub, 250 watts of continuous power on this. So that's 75 Newton meters of torque. And in here we have a 625 watt hour battery. Suspension at the front and the back. Got the display up here giving me directions, which is hooked up to an app on my phone. Panniers on the back, although I've only got a backpack today. So the journey that I have today is from the south of Dublin and I'm going about 60 kilometers according to Google Maps north up to Drogheda. Now it's a dry day, which is nice. It's reasonably warm, about 10-12 degrees Celsius, but I'm into a pretty strong headwind all the way home, about 20 kilometers an hour. So Google Maps tells me that if I'm on a bike, it's going to be 3 hours and 6 minutes to get there to do that 60 kilometer hour journey. I reckon with the extra bit of pedal power in this, I'm going to beat that. But the question is by how much? And also, if I use this bike a lot in terms of the power of the motor, is it going to have enough battery to get me all the way there? And that's a heavy thing to be pushing around on these little scrawny legs alone. This display is absolutely brilliant. I've actually got sat-nav built into it. So this is connected to my phone by Bluetooth. So you can have an app on your phone, you can mount your phone there as a display, but today I'm using this Bosch display. That can be clipped on and off, and when I take that off, the bike is completely locked. And you need this exact monitor here to start it. As you can see, we've got 96%. This is saying we've got just over 61.4 kilometers to go, and we have it in auto mode. So this bike will change the power that it gives me depending on the terrain and how hard I'm pedaling. The lights are on for an extra bit of visibility. I think it's time to hit the road, test this thing out. Quick update on the phone. We've popped back into the guys here, Green Air, but this is in their Pierce Street place, their service centre. Loads of bikes here, they do a lot of work. But the guys have kindly fitted a pannier for me just there so I can get loads of the luggage in. That's after taking out maybe 5 to 10 kilos of luggage, which is great. But anyway, here we go. We have done 10.7. That's inverted, so we've done 10.7 kilometers already and we're down to 84%. But we've after losing 80 meters of altitude there, which has helped a lot. So this wind is hurting. I'm a little bit worried about actually making it back out on a single charge. Look, half an hour done, we're about 20% there to hit the road. Another 50 odd kilometers to get home from here. So there we go, 53 kilometers range according to this, although it is just a guesstimeter, but that headwind is going to hurt us. And I think this is going to be very, very close. Well, I just thought I would pull over and give you an update because we have just gone through using half of the battery. We're on 48% left and we have done 36 kilometers of the 60 that we need to. So what's that, give or take 60% done and only 52% of the battery used. But I'm having to work at it. My legs are getting a little bit tired. Now, in fairness, I don't really do cycling much at all, so I'm not in the best of condition. I was hoping to be able to stick this up to turbo, but I think I'm going to have to leave it on auto as it is because I'm just a little bit afraid that if I get towards the last 5 kilometers, the battery's down to 5-10%, it might start running out of power. So even though there's energy left in the battery, it will decrease the power available. And I don't want to be cycling this thing home without battery power the last few kilometers. So there you go, we'll get back on the road now, another 20-25 kilometers left to go. I pulled over for another little break. My legs are really getting at me now at this stage, and also my stomach is tied in knots. I'm absolutely starving, so I'm gonna have one of those little energy bars I brought along with me. But anyway, that's not what you guys want to know. You want to know about the data. So let's see how we're getting on here. We have done, here's the display, it's inverted. So we've done 48.3 kilometers, taking us just under 2.5 hours. So we've another 10 or 11 kilometers to go, but crucially what we want to know about is the battery's on 31%. So I'm fairly confident if I leave it in auto mode that it would make it easily enough, but my legs are absolutely burning and I just want to get home at this stage, to be honest. So I'm going to lash up the turbo mode and hopefully that takes me all the way. I don't know if you can see the flag flying in the background there. That wind is still pretty strong and I'm straight into it all the way. So pretty much the worst conditions that we could have. Right, I'm gonna have my little bar and get back at it in 2 or 3 minutes time. So I am just back into my garden there with the Moustache J on. My legs are pretty tired now at this stage and I gotta get dinner ready and things like that. So go in, have a rest and then crunch the numbers and let you guys know exactly what happened. We brought the bike inside and plugged it in to charge it up, and the screen showed 9% battery, which means that we used 87% of the battery overall to do that journey, which was nearly 3 hours in total, 58.7 kilometers. So there's no doubt in my mind that e-bikes can go the distance. That would have worked out at a theoretical range of 67 kilometers, but that really is a worst case scenario, and this thing will do 100 kilometers comfortably if you put it into auto mode. It's a fantastic machine. We can't wait to put up the other video where we go into a lot more detail on the Moustache J On, its features and what we think of it overall. Thank you very much for watching and we'll see you on the next one.